Hi, Dave Ireland here, running for Lincoln Town Council. I've got an announcement that I want to make at the end of this video, so just bear with me as I get some other stuff taken care of and out of the way. First thing I want to say is the support that I've received from all of you. Since my first video back in January, taking our Lincoln Town manager, who by the way is making $155,000 this year, to task for the comments that he made, quotes that he gave to the Lincoln newspaper following Lincoln's refusal to answer that 911 call from a Quahog that resulted with a woman unfortunately passing away. I have heard from people all over the state, but I've heard from a lot of you here in Lincoln as I've knocked on doors here in the last, month and a half. It's been very humbling and very moving. As a town, we have some issues. But as I've talked with many of you, as I go to door, there's hope, we have options, and we have a choice for a better tomorrow. So a question I've been asked quite a bit this week, I think it started Monday morning. It's from Gordon Street's non-acceptance of my challenge to a public conversation. And that's fine. If he didn't want to accept, that's fine. I was actually looking forward to having a public conversation. I think like many of you were. But the question that I've been asked a lot since Monday from many of you who have seen my campaign platform. I've passed many of these out. What I've done is, just real quick, my campaign platform to you, the Lincoln voters, is four items, four areas of commitment. First one being put Lincoln taxpayers first. Working with a new town council, I will identify waste and deliver real savings to lower your property taxes. Number two, replace the town manager. We all know about this town manager. This town manager can't manage a project to save his life. He's got some serious character deficiencies as well. He needs to be gone. And if you, the Lincoln voters, agree with me, we can get that moving in the right direction after November 4th with a new town council. My third campaign commitment to you is making Lincoln's, let's scratch that. Let's start that over. Is making spending transparent and accountable. One of my first motions that I will introduce, should you decide to elect me as one of your town council members, is to list every town employee, from the town manager to the young person that's mowing lawns. I'm going to list their name, their job title, their position, and the rate of pay. Right on the town's website. Shouldn't have to hunt for hours trying to get information on town employees. The other part of my motion will be to list on the town's website any expenditures, any bids, be listed clearly on the town website. My fourth area of commitment is to build a better town manager for Lincoln. As your next town councilor, I will be a strong voice for Lincoln residents and taxpayers. Beyond listening one-on-one to your ideas and concerns, I will host an informal open forum every 3 months, giving you the chance to ask questions, share concerns, and speak directly to me. So that's my 4 campaign pledges that I am making to you, the Lincoln voter. As I said earlier, I do have a major announcement that I'm going to make at the end of this video, so hang tight. Here's my campaign platform. If you haven't bumped into me yet, and I haven't given you one of these, just our paths will cross, I'm sure. We'll get you a copy of that. So getting back to the question that I've been asked quite a bit this week since Monday morning is we like your platform and we like your vision for Lincoln. Who else do I think people should vote for to get this vision passed? Well, I have spoken to Kathy Mosen. I have spoke to who has responded positively to my ideas. I have spoke to Eric Rojo, who has responded very positively to my ideas. I have spoke to Lee Rand, who has responded very positively to my ideas that I've just put forth. I have not heard from any of the other candidates regarding my platform, my vision for Lincoln moving forward. So I would strongly urge you to consider to vote for those 3 individuals. Don't vote for any existing town council members. They're the ones who have gotten us into the mess that we've got today as far as our property taxes, where the current town budget is at. And they're the reason why we still have this knucklehead town manager. We need the current town council members to be put out to pasture. Let's just get them out. Let's get new leadership. Let's get a new direction for the town. And we can solve these problems. And on a side note, there's another candidate running, George Edwards. He's spent 12 years on the town council. He has overseen your taxes go up. He has overseen the hiring and continuing renewal contract of the current town council. The current town manager. And he is a very vocal supporter of this horrific and evil policy that the town of Lincoln has of not answering 911 calls from neighboring towns that don't have a signed contract with the town of Lincoln. And since my initial YouTube video calling out the town manager back in January, Mr. Edwards has twisted my message and tried to say that we can't afford to provide all free services to everyone outside of the town of Lincoln. Now, George, just sit down and be quiet for a minute. I've made this perfectly clear to you and others, but I'll do it again right now, real slow. I have never advocated for doing free services to any town outside of Lincoln. So just stop. Stop the misinformation. Stop the fear-mongering. Just stop. You, Mr. Edwards, are a very evil soul. You put dollars ahead of human life. Your policy that you so proudly support killed a woman this January. So please, I don't even want to hear anything more that you've got to say, because I know all I need to know about you. And Lincoln does not need you on the town council. They voted you off already. Go make money, be a landowner, do whatever you go to. Go. Stay off the town council. Can't believe you're running. Should be ashamed of yourself. You're so proud of this policy of yours. Oh, all these neighboring towns have to pay their fair share. The woman who died because of your policy that you support had health insurance, Mr. Edwards. Not a penny would have come out of your pocket or any taxpayer. Furthermore, knucklehead Edwards, the reason our property taxes are what they are today is because of you and your buddies on the town council tax and spend. It's not from answering 911 calls from towns that don't have a contract. So please, save your nonsense for someone else. Now, with that said, have I talked with any of the other candidates, or have any of the other candidates talked to me about my campaign platform? No. I'm always welcome. Always welcome conversations from anyone. But again, to answer this question on who do I recommend people vote for to make the positive changes that we need here in Lincoln, Kathy Morrison, Eric Rojo, Lee Rand have all been positive with the vision that I've laid out. I would strongly urge you to cast your votes for these individuals. I'm only one person. I only get one vote. We have a unique opportunity this November here in Lincoln to replace 4 seats on the town council. We can turn the direction of this town around overnight. Now, if you're happy with your property taxes, if you're happy with a town manager who can't seem to manage a project correctly, and to hem and haw and can't take accountable for and responsibility for the stupid things he says, then, hey, vote for the current town council members, because we as Lincoln taxpayers have a long track record of what we've been getting from these knuckleheads. But if you're ready, like me, to see our wonderful little town go into another direction, I would urge you to vote for me, vote for Lee Rand, vote for Eric Rojo, and vote for Kathy Morrison. Now, with that said, my announcement that I would like to make is that, and this has come from knocking on doors and talking with a lot of you here these last few weeks, which has been a blast, by the way. I wish we had better things to talk about, but taxes seems to be what's on everybody's mind at the moment. So I've listened to your concerns. Some pretty sad stories out there. And it didn't have to be this way. But it is. So we're going to deal with reality. And if we can replace these 4 seats, like I just talked about, I have a fifth motion that I will introduce as your next town council member. And I want to just talk a minute about the program. It's called Freedom to Stay. And I'll just put it right here. Freedom to Stay. And this is a program that I will make a motion to pass to help alleviate the tax burden on our senior citizens and disabled veterans. So it's real simple how it works. If you are a Lincoln resident who's 65 or older, or a disabled vet, and your annual household income or your annual income is $25,000 or less, you pay no property tax. If you are a senior citizen, 65 or older, and you make between $25,001 to $40,000, you get a 50% tax cut on your property tax. So if you decide to elect me and these 3 other people to the next Lincoln Town Council, one of the very first motions I will introduce to the new town council is to form this new property tax relief program for our senior citizens. And how it works is, if you're 65 or older and you earn under 25,000 or under, you pay no property tax. If you earn between $25,001 and $40,000, you get a 50% tax cut on your property tax bill. Now, this is for your primary residence only, and it's tied to, it goes with you, the senior citizen. And I think that will give many of our dear older citizens who are in their golden years some much needed tax relief while the new town council works on cutting the overall tax budget. So if you support that, I would appreciate your vote either in early absentee voting or on November 4th. And I would ask you to also strongly consider voting for Kathy Morrison, Eric Rojo, and Lee Rand so that we can get to work for you, the Lincoln taxpayer. I will be out knocking on doors like I usually do. I hope to see you soon. If you happen to see me out and about, feel free to stop and give me an earful, positive or negative. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Don't forget to vote November 4th, and I'd appreciate your vote. Have a good day.